Then we move to Kikari, and you are not stunned, but you are dazed and weakened, and then you get to save at the end of your turn.
Am I dazed and weakened?
Load.
Wait, it's Yeru.
slowed?
Sorry, I skipped Yeru. Yeru, you are. I'm saying all the wrong things. So let me start
No
off.
worries.
It's Yeru's turn, and Yeru is slowed and weakened, and you will get to take a save at the end of your turn.
So I'm in a pretty bad shape, so I'm tempted to take a second wind, which is a shame because I would love to gently tap this thing, but I'm way beyond blooded, so I hope everyone can forgive me. I will take that second.
You took a full dragon's breath. I just want to point that out, right? You took a full blast of dragon's breath. So,
and he was out of mint, so I will go to 14 damage taken, which is still pretty bad, almost blooded. And as a minor action, I will activate my Thought Eater armor and become obscured until the end of my next turn.
A good plan.
So it's time.
Yeah.
So I'm taking my saving throw. Is it just one throw for both?
Yes, it
conditions?
is. Yes. Okay. Yes, it is. Yeah.
If you can move, I would suggest you come closer to me because I've got some healing powers, which is why I was asking who would look most hurt earlier on.
Okay, then I will move. I can still move. I did make the same sort of throw.
Yeah, you can actually get within range of Vermantle if you go up to the N and O levels. The N and O columns up out to 9 and 10, somewhere in there.
No, because I'm slowed and I can only move
you can't.
2 squares.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, go ahead. Just take the save right now, okay?
Yeah.
I will move those 2 squares and go to P11.
Got it.
That's the best I can do.
Gotcha. Now. You are there. Okay. You're right next to your own shaped consciousness. Hi there. Okay. So, so good enough. Did you save?
Yes, I did.
You did. Okay. So that is no longer the case. So slowed with, and then Kikari did not get hit. Abzu is still slowed and weakened. And so then, now we get to Kikari, who is fine, if I'm not mistaken.
I am. Unfortunately, where I'd like to move is off the map. I'd like to sort of be opposite to York, which I think will be P15 if it existed.
Believe me, that's not a problem. You are not. The map does not stop, and and my maps do not stop. I shall happily provide. I will provide 2, so that should help you out a little bit. And also, just to give you this, the squares on this one might be too small to be convenient, but it will give you this entire chamber.
That's perfect. Okay, I will charge down to the bottom side of this creature, which I think is P15, which should put me directly opposite from Garu.
Yeah, hold on just a sec while I pull things up here.
It can't be flanked.
And I took the wide route, so I didn't come within 2 squares of it. I'm not sure which of those squares were would have triggered an attack of opportunity, but I didn't come within 2 squares of it on the way down.
Okay.
And let's...
Okay, just
as a minor action, I will go with the Battle Mind's Demand.
So did you say 15? V15 was no.
P15, I think.
Okay, right. So
I think that's right next to the creature.
It's in NO 1314 at the minute.
Yeah, 1314. So, in that case, I can add to P14.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. I should still be next to it. If it's in N 13 and 14, 15 should be in its corner. Should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So down to 15.
Yeah.
I will hit it with Battle Mind's Demand so that I have marked it.
Uh-huh.
And then let's go with Enduring Champion.
And also, it that mark shifts. A creature can only be marked once. So therefore, the mark from Guox is now gone. And permit me. What? There you are. Son of a bitch. There. This map was being so elusive. And I have just found it, so I can just hitch that up to this one and be good. Of course, you guys had to fight right in the middle where the two maps came together. I could have anticipated that happening. Okay, you guys keep shoving it down, and now I have to hop maps. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Your toes.
Uh-huh.
It gives me a chance to look up what Enduring Champion actually does.
Yes.
Microtext. It's against its fortitude. That may not have been the best choice. Oh well.
Now, this thing does have monster fortitude. That's true.
23 versus its fortitude.
Nailed it. Ooh. Good shot.
Okay, so that would be 2d10 plus my dex modifier. I'll roll the d20 as a d10 and just ignore the teens. 1922. Let's see what sort of damage it is. Is it psychic damage? You focus your pain to the point. Yeah, 22 psychic damage. And then I will shift 1 square to the left.
Okay, so where do you end up?
15.
Gotcha. Yeah. And since I'm shifting everything onto the new map, according to you, Debbie, where is the creature? So I get it right?
No, 13, 14.
15, 14. Okay, all the way there.
No, 13, 14.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and you're in P15 as a shift, so that's...
I'm still right next to it. I should be.
Yeah,
just south of it.
Right. Yeah, just off its corner. So yeah. Okay. So I believe
should be off its bottom edge, aren't I? Should be an O. It's in an N and O, and I should be an O. So I should be directly beneath it.
Okay. Gotcha. Guox is there on its other side. Okay, let's see if I can... The shifting from map to map is a little bit wonky for me right now, so I am going to have to double check with you. Okay, Kikari, nice shot. And that leaves us next with Izaria. Or Abzu, sorry. Abzu is next. Slowed and weakened, but not completely out of it.
Abzu's next thing he said he wanted to do was Devastating Strike.
Okay. I like the sound of it.
Yeah. Sounds like we need it.
And according to this, the Devastating Strike is going to be... I'm looking for the... There it is. It's going to be +8 versus AC.
Okay. Be kind. Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, guys, here's what that turns into. 12 plus 8 is 20. That's 25. Plus 1 for the heavy flail is 26. And that is enough to completely shatter and destroy it. It had 8 hit points left.
Ooh.
You guys ended up taking down 200 hit points worth of this thing.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Nice shot, Debbie.
Yeah.
Well done, Dice. I
Yes.
forgive you for all those ones earlier on.
So we have, wow, the timing on this is rather shockingly good. Okay, everybody, insight roll right now with the Mantle of Clarity helping you out. I'll roll for Abzu. And he's not very insightful. I think Abzu is a little bit like, battle rage, blood rage, devastating strike, intoxicated at the moment. Yeah. And Guox is, by the way, you guys have 2 barbarians. You might want to look at your barbarians' friends right now. They're both like in mystic states of pure crazy. So that's, what's our insights tell us?
27.
Ooh.
6.
6.
Okay. So at this
Not
point,
very insightful.
right. Debbie Izaria knows its name. Bzzk-tha. BZZK''THA.
It's what Ron just said.
Right. And that's a person.
Right,
You're the memory of this person, this kind, gentle person holding out the gem you wanted for you. The gem you wanted, God knows why, but you wanted it very badly. And this person, in their kindness, was making it available to you. Now, you guys have failed out on the skill challenge, which means that you do not get all the pieces together. There were too many failures on the relevant skill challenge. But that doesn't mean that all is lost. Guox has something to tell you. The impact of the skill challenge I am noting as a consequence.
I tell them, is the frozen version of me still up on that ledge, or can I see?
Well, it's
probably too.
Seeing up there from here, you're actually that's 6 squares up. You're at level 1. Yeah. You're at level 0, and it's at level 6. You're not seeing it from here.
So I'm like shaking off the blood rage and kind of walking over to the others and pointing up to the ledge and saying, I saw myself frozen as if by the breath of Bzzk-tha.
Mm-hmm.
Up there. It was me.
It's you.
Me, but not me. I couldn't figure it out.
What is this supposed to mean?
How is that possible?
I would like to do an Arcana check.
Maybe one of us could speak to you, to your mind.
That's true. To get telepathy at work there.
Up there? Do you mind if I try and talk to you?
No.
Let me try.
You mean like
so I will start
Guox
climbing.
or to the seated Guox?
Yeah.
To the seated Guox.
You guys have to get up there, which with nothing opposing you, you guys can work your way up through the ledges and get up to that top level if you want to. Izaria, do you want to warn them about anything about going up there?
Yeah, don't look up when you go up there.
Right.
Don't look up. The ceiling is wrong, and it hurts.
I
It'll
won't
steal
look
your
up.
mind from you.
If possible, I would very much like to do an Arcana check to see if I can.
Oh, more than a little.
More
than a little. By the way, are you guys heading up to the top yet? I need to know where you are before anyone rolls anything.
I'm definitely heading up.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys will work. You're all athletic enough and monk-like enough. You've got the encounters over, so you can do this.
Oh, before, can I use my minor in that encounter to heal up? Actually, I don't need to, do I?
Well, you can. You can. I mean, remember, there are several things that work here. First of all, okay.
Yeah, because we're not going to stop for a rest, are we?
Yeah,
we're not stopping for a rest.
Yeah.
So I will use Ardent Surge on you, Yuru.
Yes.
So you get to spend a healing surge, and you get an extra D6.
Excellent.
Points back.
That's a good thing.
Well, that brings me back to my total.
Well, that is fantastic.
And I'll do a second wound.
Yeah. Excellent. So let's presume that we've gotten up to the top, and from where you were, actually looking at what I put up there, map 2 and 3. Oh, what the hell! All right, guys, you earned it.
Oh.
And the passages, the passages that are tunnels, or the holes that are tunnels, they don't. It's a tesseract. They don't obey physics. They do other things.
Yeah.
Right.
Ah.
So you go in the tunnels, and they will come out in weird places.
Mm-hmm.
That lower chamber you avoided barely. The thing that could have got Azaria when she went back in and could have sucked her down into that one didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, and when it was sucking Abzu in, right? And if they could have dragged, like, used the dragged people into that spot, that's a killing ground. You guys never ended up there. So anyway, the point is, you guys are up there. When the first things first, when you get up there and look around, you will see at the following points. Okay. Do you see, first of all, where Guox was? There's another spot just across from it, right? At the top of that passage, right? It's also well lit. There's another seated figure there. Do you see the pillars at roughly 18N and T16, which are also the top? Wait, not T16s. Yeah, T16. And then the other one at V20. You guys are seeing what I'm saying, right? There's all these
18,
like top spots. See them? There's 5 of them, and there's 5 of you. So seated in each of those spots is you.
Well, in that case, I'm changing my plans. I think I'd have much more chance of contacting a shard mind. But I don't think it's a good idea contacting my own shard mind. So I'm going to try and find Abzu and contact Abzu telepathically.
Abzu is going to be right. Abzu is going to be. Let's just make it easy and be across from Guox, and unfortunately, I can tell you that. Let me get here. Touching. Are you going to touch Abzu's frozen seated form?
Oh, I'm going to try not touching initially to see if I can contact Abzu's mind. But if that doesn't work, then I will touch.
Okay. Well, you do not succeed with the mind contact. When you touch, save with your or rather, make a fortitude roll. Sorry.
Fortitude.
So roll and add your fortitude bonus. That doesn't work, does it?
It doesn't work. I mean, I can add the.
Right. Sorry, I'm saying it exactly wrong. It's going to attack you. I'm going to attack you with fortitude as your target. That's the more sensible thing.
My save is 14, by the way.
Okay, but and so anyway, no, the basically your hand almost freezes off. Right, parts of you almost freeze off. So basically, others' bodies are no-nos. As you quickly realize, you can't contact it. It hurts you to touch it.
Well, seeing this, I'm going to try to, having climbed up with everyone else, I'm going to try to touch touch my own body.
And do you want to get help from anybody when you do it? Because Yeru is up there arcana-ing away like a madwoman, and maybe it would be a good idea for a little help. Right.
I think you said you were doing that, so why don't we do that first? Whatever you're trying to find out with arcana.
Mm-hmm. Make that
I rolled a 21.
Excellent. Everybody gets a plus. Everyone gets a +2 to their will roll.
Then it's okay.
Yeah, and what this and also I need to give you the information. You are in fact dying. Somebody killed you, all 5 of you. The dragon is the psychic intention of that death. You are at the moment attempting not to die, literally. That's what this place is. This is the on the operating table scenario, basically.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to having taken that insight from Yerhu, attempt to roust myself from like frozen state. I guess if it's will, are you rolling against me?
Let's see. No, you roll, add your will bonus, and I have a target number.
Plus the 2, so plus 2. Okay. Oh, that was a natural 20, 23.
Excellent. Guok stands up from his frozen posture with the ice steaming off, right? Just basically sublimating completely off, not even melting on the way. And that's Guok's. It's you.
What happens to the me who touched?
That was Guok's trying to wake up or trying to live. This is you. And you're here with your friends, and you can see exactly what they need to do.
Well, Guok's has shown the way.
Mm-hmm. These bonuses stack. You now have +4s.
Yeah, let's walk.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, technically, you want the person with the worst will to do last, because they get the highest bonus then.
Exactly, correct.
I'll go next. I've got a pretty reasonable bonus.
Mm-hmm.
16 plus, it'll be a 22.
No problem. Beat to 20. You are up and Adam.
Cool.
Next. Are we like having to walk over to each person?
Yeah,
to do
basically
this, or is
this is all very hippified. You walk over, you put your hand on your friends. They, try to commune with their body. It's there's now the sitar music. I hate to tell you, it just has to be.
Now it's coming.
Right. Yeah.
Who's next?
And by the way, since that Arcana roll was made, the ceiling is no longer trying to. That's gone. It's just void above now.
Oh.
The trap's gone. Yeah.
Well, I have a 13 on will, so could be me.
16, so that's better.
So you'll be rolling a +9 in that case, because you've got the +6 as well, and the 3 from your will bonus. So
let's do Azaria.
Natural 20.
Oh, again? All right, then. So the last person to go doesn't need to roll. The last person to go doesn't need to roll. If everybody else is helping them, it's automatic.
Ooh.
Yeah. So leaving, that means you guys can actually come to your senses here. I'm going to show you this. 2 things. You are all in the oval, semi-oval, elevated chamber in the larger part of that map. And furthermore, okay, this is the order I should tell you. First of all, look at the last thing I gave, which is sort of this village community type map. Okay? That's the real world where you are. That's the town in Dungeons and Dragons terms. Now look at the sort of ruined, churchy looking thing. where that map, that's where you are physically. The person in the picture is the person who was handing each of you the gem that you desperately wanted. Each of you was so glad to receive this gem from this kind mystic person who had gone to so much trouble and risk to make sure you could have it. For whatever reasons you have, whatever quests your characters were on, collectively or together. Perhaps some of you were even opposed at the time. Maybe not mortal enemies, but had different reasons for getting this one gem. But all of you touched it and took it from this person. Well, now this person is lying on the floor with their skull exploded and their brains vaporized out of it. And in their hand is the gem that each of you so desperately sought, and it's a worthless hunk of glass.
Well, some you win, some you lose.
Yeah. So
the gem was a portal into that realm.
Basically, it was a device to kill you, and you were the dragon was the intention to kill you. So that thing was hideous too. That was a third level monster, solo 3 brute, and I also gave it some things from the second Dungeon Master's Guide. It had 2 heads, which means it can use 2 bites as basic melee attacks, which is, you see, if it does claw on one person, then it gets a bite, but it was flanked, or rather surrounded, so it was using basics in both directions. Can't be flanked because of the 2 heads, all around vision. Serpentine body, if it was immobilized or restrained, it gets massive saves for that. Dual brain, saves versus things at the start of its turn, not the end of its turn. That's why it kept avoiding the long-term effects of being hit. And Serpent's Words, which dazes you, that's what hit Yerhu. Dominating Glare only against the people with Serpent's Words, dazing Yerhu with the Serpent's Words, it could have dominated you after that.
Wow.
So it missed the domination. Otherwise, you would have walked straight into it. If it dominated you, it would have said, come here, and just would have attacked you without you even being able to defend yourself. So
luckily, it didn't succeed.
Yeah, but you saved the domination, not the. So there is some nastiness there. The things in the passages were skulk mesmerists.
Okay.
And by the numbers anyway, and the things in the cavern that they were trying to get you to were basically cavern chokers. They would have nailed you from the ceiling and suffocated you if they could. So it's basically just a big ass death trap. This thing was just meant to kill you. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking with my ice self. Once I kind of failed to figure it out, I was like, I could try again, but it's probably some kind of trap or something that's going to kill me. But turned out not to.
Right. The self itself was actually the way to go, but on the other hand, it was really hard to do without somebody helping you, because you didn't have any of the skill challenge successes to help you out like Azaria did. Right.
Yeah.
So without knowing at least 1 or 2 things, you had nothing going on it but just the raw roll. So yeah. But anyway, there you go. That was our scenario.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
It's really fun. It was really enjoyable and like a very kind of contained and also just fictionally interesting one shot.
I dislike bottle episodes, because one of my things about 4E is that I think it actually has a lot of potential for player driven activity that you don't find in other D&Ds. And especially after they fixed the skill challenges, Declan, they're much better in the second edition, the second DMG. With that and the quest rules, it's really actually pretty. I mean, you can really do a lot with player-driven stuff. and different ways to handle problems. It's not just like a canned scenario of do this, do that. But for purposes of one shot, I had to bottle you up, right? I said, let's just get to it. I mean, we can't fuck around with how we met and, that sort of thing.
No, I liked it. It was quite good. It was really fun.
I'm glad you liked it. Go ahead.
One of the things that I love of this edition is that it's so well balanced that the DM doesn't need to pull punches during encounters. You can do your best tactics and it's still well balanced. Whereas when I tried the 5th edition, that was absolutely not the case. There is no balancing of encounters whatsoever. It's very wishy-washy. And you often went to the point where the DM had to stop attacking because he was just murdering everyone. And
yeah, it's hard to generalize. I know. I mean, it's hard to generalize in many ways because, first of all, this game requires thinking about what the other characters can do. And that's why I gave you that little array. I can't play without those. When I play 4E, I have to have that little arrangement so I don't get confused about who can do what and how much. And once you do that, though, and start, I mean, especially when you've got the psionics and stuff like that, and start doing everything so that everybody else can ricochet off what you're doing, it can be very, unpredictable. The battlefield becomes unpredictable, which I like. Yeah, and in a way, I mean, being up against just a big brute like this, it's the only, I mean, I knew I was not going to have controllers besides the mesmerists in the tunnels. I was not going to have, 14 combatants all with different, weird shit. My brain would go. So yeah, it's, you guys really did use your mobility really well and stuff like that. Geez, I'm keeping you all here. It. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you playing with me.
Well, it's a great game. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Take care, everyone.
Absolutely.
See ya.